say it's a show about teens. It's a show about life. And it's a show about learning. And not in, like, the educational maths and science way, but in the, learning about life and how to live life to the fullest and being a teenager and what struggles come with that, as well as living with an illness as well.
Basically, every episode is one day in the hospital, and I think that's what's going to allow our show to go for such a long time, as long as the viewers keep watching. So we haven't learned much new. There's a lot of drama, and then there's lots of drama, and it's kind of like a friendship that's kind of being molded and created, and we're only in the beginning of that. So it's gonna be. I'm excited to see where that heads. I just got the script in today. I'm about to read it so I can get off the.
I think it's mainly about life, love, and fun. I think, the kids in the hospital, it's not a show about death, it's a show about life. And a lot of people will watch your previews and say, it's a show, they're in the hospital, they're sick kids, and it's really the opposite of that. It's kids who are living their life like normal teenagers. It's love, it's a lot of relationships within the show. And then it's a fun show overall, so life, love, and fun.
But what really drew me to Emma was how driven she was, but also how honest she is. And she's not afraid of these illnesses. She's growing up around them. And she's, joking with Jordy about him getting his leg cut off. And she's just able to see these things as they are and be like, well, okay, yeah, this is a situation that's put in my hands. How am I going to deal with it? And how am I going to make the best of it? And that's what I really like about her. I didn't know anyone before I started. But what's so great about Red Band Society is everyone is amazing. And I'm not even lying. I'm telling you, I'm being 100% honest. I've never had so much fun with a group of people. Everyone is a normal kid, and nobody knew each other going in. The fact that we've been able to bond and get so close so quickly, I think is a good sign.
This is the first time I've played somebody with an illness, but at first I thought that was kind of scary, but after going on tour and being able to meet all these different kids at different hospitals around the U.S. in different cities, it means a lot to be able to play a character that can, speak to kids that are suffering from certain illnesses. Because when you tell kids that the show's about them, rather than the doctors. Even though there is doctors in the show, there's a lot of kids in the show. It's the first time really there's been a show about these kids in the hospital, and to be able to make a difference in their lives is it's really nice.
You gotta understand, life is short, so it's best to enjoy yourself. Life is short already as it is, but when it's up to 21, that's less than short. That's nothing. 21 is when you start living life. So from a young age, from where Dash is, he has to enjoy every single moment, and I think that's what he does.
I think what Red Band Society and the Faulkner Stars say about young adult life is that it can be exciting, and it's not just your typical angsty teens causing ruckus with their parents. We do live and we get to fall in love and learn so much about life and death, and it's this period of time where you're not quite a kid, but you're not exactly an adult yet. So it's this awkward in-between stage, and in this awkward in-between stage, I think you learn more about life than ever before. So it can be more of a stressful time, and there's a lot of unknowns. What am I going to do? How am I going to go to college? You're deciding the rest of your life. You can't forget to be a kid in the midst of that, and I think Red Band Society and the Faulkner Stars kind of help you remember that.
Well, I think just some real teenage stories. It's I think I told a lot of people about the show, and their most immediate reaction is oh God, that's going to be very sad, too sad, it's going to make me cry. And of course, there are moments where these kids have to face their illnesses, and they are experiencing the lowest lows, but there are also just the highest highs, because they are teenagers and they're trying to get drunk and they're having fun and they're experimenting. And I'm just excited for audiences to watch a show that tells, or is at least trying to tell, their stories truthfully. And certainly for me, a lot of the things that a lot of the scenes we've been doing are, hit very close to home in terms of personal experience. And I've never been through it. I've never had to spend time in hospital, so I'm excited for everyone to connect to it.